much for staying with us as is. Like it's always a pleasure being here with you and always welcoming us to your homes. Always. Thank you very much. For now, as we promised you, we'll be talking about entrepreneurship. It's all about empowerment. You don't have a job, you've been wondering what next. You'll have a solution today. But before then, I want to sample out some of the texts you've been sending to us. And I'm going to start with someone, the number is 0717 and ends with 850. And Asema, please, nichezee song ya Kongwaru by Diamond and Harmonize from Sanchez. Definitely that one will be played for you. The next one is 0707 and ends with 644. And Asema, Moha amenibamba sana. In inspiration sana, amenikumbusha enzi za cat skill pale buru. Sawa. Thanks a lot for that. Okay, the next one is naitwa Charan and big up Moha for your work. I'm one of your fans. Moha, leo uko na my fans. Then the next one is 0702 and ends with 778. I like the channel Y254 so much. I hope very soon I'll be live with my hot music. Play for me, Odi Dance. I'm Edwin Ocharo from Nyamue, Kisii. Thanks very much, Nyamue, kutoka Kisii. Watu wa Kisii, big ups. Then the last one I'm going to be sampling for now, 0729 ends with 639. Nieke wimbo wa Odi Dance. Okay. Hiyo tutacheza na tutamalizia na Morris will be doing that at the end of the show. So ngojeeni. Yeah, for now, tutasample hizo zingine as we end the show, but for now, let's get to the business with these entrepreneurs on the set today. Karibuni sana.
Thank you very much.
How are you guys?
You're good.
You
How
good?
are you?
I'm great. Are you ready to enjoy yourselves here?
Yes.
And to empower people when you're home, labda they are watching and they want a solution today.
Yes, we hope what we share itakuwa able to guide in one or two ways.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's start by introducing yourself from there.
I'm Roy Bosire. I work with KENCTAD as the project manager. Yeah, so on KENCTAD we focus mainly on several elements which will be highlighted later on, but for now let's talk with
My name is Sebastian Davis Ngida. I'm the founder of KENCTAD, which is basically Kenyan Entrepreneurs Conference on Trade and Development. So among the things we do is events, media and branding, but our major focus at this moment is a project called the Kenyan Entrepreneur, where we guide the youth on how to make sound investments, just to empower them and show them like one or two steps on how to direct their businesses. Some of them don't have the businesses yet, so we also try and nurture the ideas and then help them commercialize it.
All right, we'll come definitely to that, and I know people are waiting especially for that place where you empower them, you give them the ideas, you tell them how do I start this business, because most of the youth wanaanza ngamba biashara zinaanguka and then they are like what next. But before that, when you're starting KENCTAD, I hope I'm pronouncing it rightly, the tongue twister for today, what was your mission?
Actually, KENCTAD started off as an Instagram page.
Okay.
Yes. What happened is back in 2015, me and my two other friends of mine started my first company. And then somehow I felt like an entrepreneur. So I called myself the Kenyan Entrepreneur on Instagram. But now what I didn't know is that snowballed into people asking, what is this Kenyan Entrepreneur about? Can you guide me? I have this idea that I want to actualize, but I don't know how to. And then we saw an opportunity in it. So we started doing it as a quarterly event. But then with time, also with the people that were coming on board as our partners and sponsors, we actually had to now register it as an LLC company. Yeah.
So it started with people asking you, I have an idea, how do I go about it?
Yes.
Were you at some point talking about it, or how exactly? Because I have this idea. Okay, how exactly?
Well, what happened actually is, you see, every idea that you think of, you can actually Google it. So when someone would ask, since I didn't have so much experience at that time, I would Google the answers and then give them. Sometimes people just want you to tell them what they already know. But with time, I realized that the inquiries that were coming in were so many. And then what happened was I started approaching prominent business people to sort of come in and talk to these people. So we organized a small event. The first event we organized, we were targeting 200 people. We only had 6 people coming in. And then what the funny part is, after the 6 people came in, more people now started sending inquiries. We realized that there was a miscommunication on when and where the event will be. So the next one we did, we expected 200 people, we got 800 people. So what happened is we usually, we go out and speak to CEOs of companies, not the ones who are employed, people who started their businesses, the likes of Akina Pitandwati, Trusha Hetia of Atria Group, Bitangendemu, like people who've been in that space. And then you see also being a digital world, we need people who are sort of digital and ICT savvy to come in and speak to the youth, because currently you can actually run your company from your phone at the comfort of your house. So we need people who will help these people. If you're a designer, how can you use mobile apps to create a design on your phone and set out a demo, get someone to actually tailor it and have a demo. If someone wears it, you get an influencer to wear it, people start ordering, and then you get your money out of that. So it's basically just seeing where the demand is and then creating a business around it.
All right, perfectly put. We'll be coming back to you. There's one thing that you have a business idea and you want sponsors, but now it's always like a huge mountain hapo katikati, and people really do not know how am I going to approach them, and wengine wataenda watakufungia milango and you'll go, but you'll be answering that in a few. But before then, are you an entrepreneur yourself, and how exactly did you meet with him?
I was starting a business then. Then I had this event coming up. So I looked around and saw that he was the potential guy, the right person to talk to. So we incorporated the efforts. We did the first event, which was very successful. And then
we'll be changing the mic. Tutatumia tu moja. So just continue, there's no problem.
Yeah. So by that time, I was like I knew nothing much about business, how you can approach partners, how can approach sponsors, all that. But with the guide of him, I got to know how to go about that. So we did our first event, and then we did the second one, which just ended like last month, where we it's a fashion event. It's called Entrepreneur Fashion Week. So we invited guests from like 6 countries, and we more than 20 designers came to showcase. So it was like explosive at that time. I feel confident the direction we take in as a company, KENCTAD, is the right direction we take in. Is like the future of whatever else.
All right. So how has it been working with him?
I think it's nice. I get to learn a lot. I get to learn a lot from him. He's been in the business for some time, and I feel like, in as much as I know what I know, he has a lot to offer. So I feel like where I'm headed as a business person and as an entrepreneur, as a young youth who is in the business, is the right direction I'm taking.
The upcoming Chris Kirubis in the building. All right. So how exactly do you go about finding partners, finding sponsors, finding all those people who maybe your proposals they have refused? How do you go about that?
That's a problem for, I think, everyone. Even the big events that are in town, they still suffer the same thing. Not only that I can't mention names, but they always get turned down. For us, the trick has always been aligning ourselves with these sponsors, and every time they release their yearly reports and their strategic plans, we make sure we're there. You see, if a company says they're going to focus on women and education and health, you need to align yourself with that, because if they are focusing on the 4, like for example, now we have the big 4 agenda. It's easier to get business from these corporates or even the government and academia if you're aligning yourself with the big 4, because everyone wants to align themselves with what is being funded by the government. So the trick is understanding the strategic plans of these companies and then also creating relationships. Because sometimes they may be doing something on health and your company is health oriented, but as long as you don't have a relationship with them, they're not gonna get anything from them. And sometimes like the youth go into offices asking for money. Sometimes just having a logo from a prominent company as part of your media communication goes a long way in getting now other people who want to get the attention of that company. So sometimes you use the big fish to just attract the omenas.